Well, hey guys, it's time for another episode of It's Crow Time. Episode number 34. I'm going to be joined by Mr. Kalum Patterson of the Kalum Patterson Band. We'll speak to him about what he's been up to, what music he has out right now, what he plans on doing in 23, and we'll also share some stories. It's a show you don't want to miss, so stick around. Right after this intro music, DJ, hit it. So while we were away for a couple months, there was some news announced, probably December, that this guy in Idaho, we're going to call him Uncle Gordy, which Uncle Gordy has the Highway 30 Fest that is held in Idaho every year around June and features bands such as Whiskey Myers, Hardy, Co Wetzel, and Laney Wilson, just to name a few. Also Shane Smith and the Saints, just to name a few. Well, it's kind of hard to get to Idaho from Texas and Oklahoma and the surrounding states. Well, Uncle Gordy must have heard us because he got on a plane and flew right down here to the Lone Star State and went and talked to the people at Texas Motor Speedway. And thus, it was born. That's right, folks. I'm talking about Gordy's Highway 30 Fest Texas edition. It's happening this year, October 19th through the 22nd. 4 days, 30-plus bands. There's 8,000 camping spots, so you can get that perfect spot to lay out, cook out, and just hang out all weekend long and listen to some great live music. Y'all, I am so pumped for this. It's just, it's amazing. It's just amazing. And we have a special message from Uncle Gordy himself.
Hey y'all, this is Gordy from Highway 30 Music Fest, coming to you live from Texas Motor Speedway. We're going to hold a music fest October 19th through the 22nd. You're Gordy, you're Cody Jinks.
Can I come to your festival?
Absolutely. Would you like to come be the headliner?
October 21st?
Yes, Saturday night.
I'm in.
You're in? Hell yeah. You know what, y'all? We got Cody Jinks. We're going to announce him as our first headliner for October's show, and I am so excited. God bless. Take care. See y'all real soon. Bye.
So that was Uncle Gordy telling us that Mr. Cody Jinks is going to be the Saturday night headliner. Well, folks, they had some tickets that before the lineup was announced. This is how big this festival has gotten. So before the lineup was announced, they had a Black Friday special for a 4-day pass for $159. Well, them tickets are gone. Sorry, you're not going to find them again. Well, ever since they announced this headliner of Mr. Cody Jinks, they have come out with a new deal. That's right, folks. It's a 4-day pass, general admission, and here's the best part. It's only $199. That's right, folks. $199 gets you a 4-day pass to see all these bands. That's less than $6.25 per band. And to make it even better, if you bought the $259 pass at the regular price, the 4-day, you're getting a refund on that order. And you're getting a special message from Uncle Gordy himself. But if you haven't got your tickets, you can get them at Highway HW30tx.com/tickets. Get them because they're going fast, folks. And let me tell you, I am super pumped once again for this festival. Oh, I think I'm going to have to take a break to calm down. We'll be right back with Kalum Patterson. Let's face it, these days, the best way to get that advertisement out is either shirts, hats, or stickers. And you're wondering, where can I get this? Well, I've got the solution. You need to go see Get At It Customs in Wichita Falls. Owners Erica and Justin Poole will get you done right. You can either shoot them an email at getaddictcustoms@gmail.com or go to their websites, getaddictcustoms.com. They do custom leather, patch hats, gifts, t-shirts, stickers, and more. They did some of my brother's merch, and let me tell you, it turned out perfect. So yeah, you can either shoot Erica a text at 940-257-3345 or shoot Justin a text at 254-624-3082. Get at it. And joining me now is going to be Mr. Kalum Lee. Kalum, I guess I ought to start. Kalum, sorry. I guess I'll start this off by saying happy birthday, man. I guess happy late birthday.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate it, man. It was Monday.
Monday. How old are you now?
I turned 27.
27.
Getting up there.
Yeah, I'll be 27 in July. Yeah. So, so have you been doing the singing thing for about 27 years, or?
I've been doing it, I'm going to say about 6 years now, 7 years, something like that, since I was 20.
Oh, yeah.
But I started really in high school, kind of. Just kind of singing with people. I didn't think about it until I was 20. So, really, that's how it started, with just kind of buddies were playing guitar, and I would sing with them. We go sit out for the gas station out in my hometown where I came from. Just kind of pick and I'd sing.
Now, where are you from?
Shallow Water, Texas.
Shallow Water. Now, where's that at? Because I'm originally from Oklahoma, so I'm kind of geographically, inclined when it comes to Texas.
Shallow Water is like 15, 20 miles northwest of Lubbock.
Okay.
A little bitty town.
Now, when you say little, how big was it?
In high school, I think it was 1,700 people. Not really, we didn't even have a stoplight, really.
Okay. I got one. I'll see your 1,500, 1,700 and raise you. Let's see, my graduating class was 29, and the town that I lived in didn't even have a school, so we had to drive 10 miles up the road to go to school. That's like my wife. See, she's from Archer City, and she'll be like, "Oh yeah, I come from a small town," and I'd go there, and I'm like, "This is like a freaking city. You got a Dollar General and 3 gas stations, and the Allsup's. Well, Allsup's is part of the gas station, and a Dairy Queen, and a cafe." I'm like, "You're in a freaking city."
We just got Dollar General on Highway 84 about 4 years ago.
Now, you know what's coming. Now it's going to be the Dollar. It's going to be the Dollar Tree and Family Dollar probably next, right next to it.
Right, they'll be in the same building.
So weird. So are you in Lubbock now?
Well, I still live in Charlotte. I'm even northwest of Charlotte now. I'm out in the middle of nowhere. So
I'm in the boonies.
Yeah, I still live in my hometown, but Lubbock's the closest thing. So, it's just what I say.
Shoot, you're almost in New Mexico then.
It's only an hour away.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's just people lots of clothes I get like the glow of it and the night light and the night sky. I can get the lights.
No shit, really?
Yeah.
What? That's crazy. Oh, man. Been to New Mexico one time. I went to Albuquerque. That was an experience.
Oh, God. I'm so sorry for anyone listening that's from Albuquerque.
Yes. When watching them old hot air balloons up in the air.
Oh, yeah. My granddad went to that. I guess it was like a month or two ago.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little longer.
It's neat. It's just weird. It's kind of weird because, like, you got to get up at the butt crack of dawn And that's just to get on the shuttle. And then they shuttle you out there at like 6 o'clock in this field that's like nothing. And then all of a sudden, the sun comes up and these people start airing up these balloons. And yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, so you started playing in shallow water.
Yes, sir. In front of the gas station we had.
In front of the gas station.
And then I ended up, like I said, about when I was 20, 21, living there, I picked up, I was listening to a lot of Casey Donahue, all through high school, Casey Donahue, everything. And then I was like, I want to learn some of this.
Uh-huh.
So I started taking on a bunch of Casey Donahue and ended up writing a couple songs. Nothing I've ever put out or even sang on stage now. But then about 23, I got the courage to go to my first open mic at a wing joint here in Lubbock. And
was it the Blue Light?
No, it was a wing place. Like,
oh, they had a wing. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
And so I did that. And I didn't think I had an original song to play there. But then I just started working on it. Then about 2 years ago is when I started writing music heavy and doing stuff like that.
Hitting it hard.
Hitting it hard, yeah. And I went to my song Goodbye. And I went to the studio. I didn't even have a band.
Oh,
I just
yeah.
went to the studio, Notion Sound Studios in Clyde, Texas. And that's where the Kalum Patterson boys are there.
Okay.
That's their studio. And they ended up, I took a buddy that ended up being my lead guitar player, and he played lead guitar on that song. And the Kalum guys could fill in the rest.
Is there a guy, do you know a guy from Lubbock named Drew?
Drew Seifert?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know Drew. I don't know Drew, but, I know him. And we've talked in passing.
I was about to say, I knew him when he was out here in Wichita Falls.
I didn't even know he was out there. I know he's married, has kids now. Has a kid now here.
That might be the same Drew. I don't know. It might not be.
one man band guy?
I think so, yeah.
He's got a little suitcase in front of him and everything for a kick drum and all that.
Shreds it on guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I had Abby Duncan on here a little bit ago, and who else did I have from Lubbock? I had Sal from Sal and the Stonewall
Hippies. I know
Hippies.
Sal really well. I was around Sal whenever before I learned how to play guitar.
Oh,
yeah. I was right at 20, right before I learned to play guitar.
And then my really good buddy, is Dyson Gorham.
Oh, okay, I know Dyson too.
Dude, I go all the way back to elementary school with Dyson.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so when his dad was coaching at Indiana, me and him were in the same class. That dude was so smart. The way he shoots a basketball is kind of weird though, because he used to shoot it like one-handed.
Oh, really?
But he drained it like crazy, dude. But yeah, Dyson, dude. That was some when I saw that he was moving out there from Stillwater. He's pretty good.
He's back and forth between here and there a lot, isn't he? I know he plays here, but I've seen him go to Oklahoma a few times.
I think so. I think his parent. I know his dad's still coaching at a school in Oklahoma, so that might be the reason.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He can play too. He's a good musician.
Yeah, but yeah, it's funny. I didn't think he's gonna be a musician because when we were all kids, he's into like the NBA and stuff. And
oh yeah, see, that's how I was like in high school and everything. I never thought I would be a musician. I was always guitar around my house and stuff. I think my dad taught me my first. Actually, I take it back. I'm learning guitar at 20. I learned my first 3 chords at like 8. My dad was learning to play guitar. He taught me G, C, D. But then it kind of dropped off from then, and then picked it back up, and that's where I was at.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I really haven't played in the last probably last 6 months. Probably been doing other things, working on life.
Yeah.
So,
Good old.
We're actually about to start a new project. Not sure on the name yet, but I've already got a couple about 3 songs wrote for it. I've got one called Mexican Snowbird. It's about doing what you have to survive, going down the border, picking up what you need to, kind of thing.
Going to a donkey show. Going to a donkey show. Oh man.
No, I haven't done that. But
we were listening to I think it was Cabo, and the part came on about the donkey show, and my wife was like, "What is that?" I told her, I was like, "Go look it up," because I was laughing my butt off.
I told her to look it up.
No, she didn't. She never looked it up, but I told her, I said, "Go look it up if you don't know what it is." Oh man.
Right. Then I've got another song about shallow water. It's about my hometown. It's called Shallow Water. It's about growing up and everything and wanting to leave it. And look where I'm at now.
I can understand that. I got buddies that live in my hometown that, yeah, one of them, he's got 3 kids and married, and yeah.
You always want to get out. You end up never leaving.
Dude, so the weird thing was, I never thought I was going to get out, and here I am in Texas. Like, I never thought that I was going to get out of there, and the Lord had other plans, but yeah.
I mean, I've left
Yeah.
3 times. I moved to Waco, and that's where I got my inspiration for Goodbye, the song I have out right now. It's about a girl there. She broke my heart, but
She was a wacko. I said she was a wacko from Waco.
yeah. And then I ended up coming back for a little bit, and then I moved down to Kalum, Texas, which is on the border.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's literally, I think, 12 miles from the border.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was fun time down there. But I go hang out. I don't know if you've ever heard about Starlight Theater.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that before.
Yeah, that's a good one. The front porch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd go pick on the sing and play on the front porch every night almost.
I can't imagine living in a border town.
Oh, dude, it's just desert and there's just the locals, you know.
Yeah.
There's some pretty cool people down there.
Yeah, I bet you it's really cool. Plus, you get to go to Mexico.
Right. Well, before I came back, they were going to start. The river was right out there. It was starting to fill back up.
Mm-hmm.
The river just runs right on the border. It's the Rio Grande.
Oh, wow.
And so they were going to take me down there. After I moved back slowly, they must have been like, where are you at? Like, we were about to go to the river and take you down there with the show you all the local stuff.
Show you all the local stuff.
Yeah, like, oh, hell. So I was there on 4th of July.
Uh-huh.
And it started raining, so they didn't really pop fireworks, but they were going to take me. They have old mine shafts down there.
Uh-huh.
And they do inverted fireworks.
What?
So the mine shaft goes down, so they'll watch the firework throw it, and it'll shoot back up at you and then blow up underneath you.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
It's big. Terlingua is awesome. I love that. That was the place I've lived.
It just sounds like an awesome town, Terlingua.
It is.
Like, where are you from, Terlingua?
As a song, that was like when I was down there, it was my, what's it called? My theme song down there. Yeah. 2 Hearts in Terlingua. I mean,
oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't have anyone down there, so it wasn't like a love song for me, but it was like old cowboy times kind of stuff.
You didn't meet Maria that was that the used to do the donkey show down there. You know, my buddy Co, he talked about these donkey shows when we went to Cabo, so it's like,
Man, I've been with Co a couple times partying, and I mean, there's some things I can't really say, but that's the fun.
he's a crazy.
When he's singing about
it. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, half the stuff he says, some of it ain't true, but then some of it you're like, yeah, I could see him doing that because he's a crazy dude.
He is. He's fun, man.
Oh, yeah.
One time, he played at the Blue Light Street Party, and we were on the bus with him. And everyone was already gone. And, this girl kept calling me, and I was like, because she knew I was on the bus, she wanted to come up, and I was like, just ignoring the door, and I was sitting right next to Co.
Yeah.
And he's like, what's happening? Like, he's like, I answered the phone, I'm like, hello? She's like, I'm Jackson Ward, Co. Right next to me, and then he's like, he had the phone. And he was probably talking to her for like 2 or 3 minutes. You know, you sound beautiful, darling. You sound gorgeous.
You sound beautiful, girl.
On the bus, he said no.
Well, it's funny. So, they came. So funny. So when they came to Wichita Falls, the last time they came to Wichita Falls, I was still living in Oklahoma, and I saw the venue was looking for people to come work security, get in free, you know. And I was like, I could do that. Get to stand up next to the stage and just watch the show and just watch the crowd a little bit. So I talked to the guy, and I drove. It was like an hour drive, so I drove down here, and I pull up, and when I go into the venue, Mason and Yo-Yo are sitting at a table.
Yeah.
And so, I knew who Mason was from another friend. So I was talking to Mason for a little bit, and we're sitting there. Well, so show goes on. They play the show. They're playing as a 3-piece. Like, Flushy just left. Like, still fresh. Well, my buddy had been guitar teching for him, and I was sitting there, and I saw him talk to him and stuff, and the show got over and everything, and let me back up. Let me rewind right here just a second. I actually met him 2 weeks before that in Lawton, and the crazy thing was, when we fast forward to after their show, he saw me and he's like, "Hey, dude," he said, "Your name's Emmett, right?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "I remember you." He said, "Can you escort me to the bar so I don't have to deal with these people?" I was like, "Yeah, dude." He's like, "All right, cool." He said, "Because you're the only guy that I know personally." And I was like, "Yeah, dude, I got you." And so then I escorted him to the bar. Well, then I told him, I said, "Hey, when I get off, can I come check out the bus?" And he said, "Oh yeah, dude. Just when you get off, just come knock on the door and we'll let you off." So I got off about 4:00 from working, and yeah, knocked on the door, and they opened the door, and it was like, as soon as I opened it, the weed smoke hit me, and I walked on there, and yeah, dude, I was sitting next to Dre because you remember the old bus. Remember they had the couch, and then they had the table right there, on the corner, kind of. But
yeah, in the back. Yeah. So that's where I was sitting in the whatever the back room. So they had that table that was just right out on like the passenger side.
Yeah. So they had that table, and we're sitting there, and he saw me. He's like, he brought this bottle of Tito's to me. And, in his voice, he's like, I'm trying to get this. He's like, "Hey, man, you're new on the bus. Take a shot." So I took a shot and there's like a drop left of Tito's. So I'm like, I'll be fine. So I'm sitting there just drinking cranberry juice sent by these guys, and uh, they also the merch guy gave me a hat and then gave me a whole bunch of stickers because I helped them load out. But yeah, uh, but I'm sitting there and I told him, I said, which dude, I tell this story every time because it's just a crazy situation. It's a coincidence that I don't know how it happened. So I looked over at him. He's talking. There was two girls on the bus, and they were ugly. And they were ugly, dude. And one of them, she doesn't even know who he is, and her friend is just as homely looking, and she don't know like really who he is either. And I'm just like, oh my gosh! But they're stoned and shit, drunk as shit. So I look over at him and I'm like, hey, you know who you should get to take Flushy's spot? And he looks over, he's like, who's that, Bubba? And I said, my buddy Shiloh Powers. He's like, and dude, it was just like, it's so funny. And like an instant light bulb went off in his head. You know, like when you're drunk and it's like, you get an idea. Yeah. Well, he's like, dude, I never thought about that. Are you serious? He's like, that's your buddy? I said, yeah, dude. Like for years now. And he's like, okay, well, I didn't think nothing of it. I go home. Well, then like 3 weeks later, Shiloh says that he's joining the band, and the rest is history. So it's just, I tell that story because it's just a crazy coincidence.
All right.
But yeah, that dude, he couldn't smoke a cigarette on the bus. So we got there, got off the bus, we were smoking a cigarette. And the whole time, you remember, did you meet Colby, the sound guy, the front man?
Possibly. That was a fuzzy night, man.
Well, he had a ponytail, and him and Dre were, I guess they were trying to kick them chicks off the bus, and they were telling Co that it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. And no, 9 o'clock in the morning, and Jeff, the bus driver at the time, was coming up. And he's like, oh shit. So he kicks those girls off. I get to stay, so I think this is freaking awesome. And then they tell him, and he's like, you see these guys in it? They're always trying to mess with me and shit. Just crazy little failures. But I mean, yeah, he's awesome. From then on, I was just like, dude. Yeah.
Hey, you said you're from Oklahoma, right?
Yeah, I'm from a little town called Faxon, Oklahoma.
Okay. Let's see. I got a buddy, he moved up there 4 years ago. OKC.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I don't know. Do you know Quade Addison?
Quade Addison.
Yeah.
I think I'm friends with him on Facebook, actually.
He's got his podcast. I don't know the Quade Things.
Quade Things. I think I know. I didn't know he had a podcast, but I think I'm friends with him on social media.
Yeah, he's one of my best friends. But he's real into everybody. He can go to anyone, like any band, and they're gonna know who he is because he's talked to them. He's played with them all. You know, he's doing the same thing you're doing.
Right.
But he's just, I just want to see if you knew him or anything.
Yeah, the only one that I've met really that in the podcast world was Big Tex from Cowboys and Cocaine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. My brother was playing at Filthy's one night, and yeah, he came down and drank a couple beers with me and hung out.
Your brother.
Yes.
I feel like I know your brother.
Zach Crow?
I do know your brother.
Oh, okay.
I met him in Oklahoma. I got done playing a show up there for a private party, and I ended up at a bar.
Really?
And it was outside OKC. Why am I going blank right now? Shit. In Norman.
Oh, yeah. Where did they play? Oh, in Purcell.
Was it Purcell?
Yes. Bellstar.
Bellstar, that's what it is.
Okay.
I think he was playing that night. But I got there real late. We drank a little bit together.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
It's got off topic there. He said your brother, and I was like, I know his brother.
Yeah, it's all right. He keeps telling me, he's like, you shouldn't talk about me so much on your podcast. And I'm like, dude, you're the only thing I can relate to music.
So how did you get into the podcast? When he was doing music,
So,
want to do the same thing?
well, so he had his music deal, and I was like, well, crap, what am I going to do? So I started off doing, I never would have thought that I'd be a podcaster, to be honest, ever. I had started a booking agency called Crowfoot Entertainment. The reason why it's called Crowfoot is, well, no, never mind, my show's not called Crowfoot. Everything else I do is called Crowfoot. It's because it's my family brand. But, so I did Crowfoot Entertainment, and I got in way over my head. Like, some of the guys that I talked to, though, like, it's crazy. They're like, Chad Cook was one of them. Hill Country Revival. Yeah. Who else was there? There was others, and I'm like, damn, now they're with the Red 11 and shit. It's just crazy. But, yeah, I had several that, and I got way over my head. Like, I didn't know what I was doing or anything. So, I shut that down. Well, then I was a racetrack announcer out here at Wichita Falls at the local dirt track.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a Facebook Live show called the Checker Flag Show. Well, then I wasn't like getting anything out of doing it on Facebook Live. So then I decided to go to a podcast. Well, then I was like, why don't I just do one over music? And so I started this 2020, I think. And it pisses me off because I wish I had the setup I have now. Because when I had like Colby Cooper, Cody Hibbard, the Powell Brothers, Cody West, Jake Murphy from On Tour Outdoors, when I had all them guys on there, like going back and listening to their recordings and everything, it sounds so shitty. And I'm just like, damn.
I mean, you got to start somewhere, man.
Yeah. We've expanded from those other episodes. I was just recording on my phone in front of an iPad on an app.
Okay.
Yeah, but we've grown. Yeah, now we got a mic, and we got a little bitty setup, not much, but yeah. Oh goodness. So, where's your favorite place that you've played so far?
Ooh, that is a tough one. It's either gotta be Filthy McNasty's or Blue Light.
Ooh, Filthy's is a good one.
And I've headlined both those places, so
oh yeah,
that was a really fun time being able to do that.
Coda must really like you.
Do what?
I said Coda must really like you.
I guess so.
Well, you said you knew Brett, right?
Brett.
Patterson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we say we're cousins. We don't really know. But every time I see him, we're like, what's up, cuz?
Yeah, Brett's a cool guy. He's crazy.
Yeah, he comes to Lubbock quite a bit. He comes to play the Cook's Garage and stuff like that. So every time he's around, I try to go see him.
Yeah.
And he's been opening for Sal a lot, too.
Has he really? I haven't noticed that.
Yeah, well, if he's here in Lubbock, when Sal plays Blue Live, he'll have Brett come down or something like that.
Yeah. I told him, I said, dude, your TikToks kill me.
I don't want to say anything. They're so cringy. They're funny and good.
I'm gonna be whipping into the blue light, and I was like, oh my gosh.
That's what it's going for, though, man.
I know.
Yeah, that's how I started my TikTok for music, and then I ended up being just like thirst trap kind of thing. It's like I'm getting more likes on posting thirst trap stuff. I did not even meaning to.
I was gonna say, you got you a woman right now?
I do. She's actually in bed over here. We're actually expecting a little girl.
Oh, well, congrats, man.
Thank you. But yeah, she's in bed. I was laying in bed too, then you texted me, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot about that. So no.
Hold on. That's like when I had Abby Duncan on here, dude, like barely into the interview, my phone died, and I was like, fuck. So I plugged it back in, and she said, did your phone die? And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. And she said, I tried calling you back, and it went straight to voicemail. But yeah.
You got blocked.
Yeah, she was like, oh, goodness. Yeah. We were talking about, she was talking about she went to, I thought she was from Lubbock, but she said she was from Austin. And she was talking about going to 6th Street to bars and stuff. And I said, oh, I've been there. And I said, have you been to the Blind Pig pub? And I didn't hear nothing. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, must have technical difficulties. And then I'm like, hello? And the whole time I'm recording, and I'm like,
is it on the podcast? Like, can you hear it?
No, I edited it out. I edited it so perfect, you can't even tell that I hung up or anything. We just kept on talking. It was pretty awesome. It's like, whoa, man.
Well, I wanted to hear that.
Wow, dude, it was freaking hilarious because I was like, oh, shit. And then when I realized that my phone died, but we were out in Abilene and we met Ox Martin.
And that's a buddy of mine too. Yeah, he's from here.
Dude, his song about Mama's favorite psychopath.
Just her in the bath. I love that song. That's a good song.
Yeah, it really is.
From what I've gathered, it's actually about my buddy Quick.
He said that because he was saying that he recorded with Kalum Patterson, and he was like, he said we're sitting there, and I started singing it, and I said something about crystal meth, and Mike McClure turned his head, and he's like, oh really? He's like, I can get in on this. Yeah.
I've always wanted to go up there and record with those guys.
Dude, those guys are freaking hilarious.
I had a chance a while back.
Oh, yeah.
And then the money not being right. But and if I still could. This year I'm going to put out a few more. I'm going to put out a bunch more songs. I just got to find the place I want to do with that.
Did you hear that, ladies? He said he's going to put out. I hope your girlfriend didn't hear that.
Last time I did that, I got the predicament I'm in right now.
Oh, shit, really? Oh, duh, yeah.
No, I'm happy right now with this one. I love her. She's great.
I like how you said that with this one. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, by the end of the year, I'll have 3 or 4 more out. Hopefully, instead of just singles, I'll do it. Hopefully, an EP or something. But we'll see how it goes.
Well, the thing, that's like I was talking to Saints 11 frontman Jeff. We were talking about, because he was talking about he said, we're just going to put out singles, then we're going to do our new album. He said, because nowadays, people listen to a whole album and they get tired of it and they want something new each and every time. And I'm like, yeah, so our attention span is, human beings now. It's just like, we'll be sitting there and all of a sudden you'd be talking and be like, yeah, how about that? And you'd be like, squirrel. But,
Short term.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, short term focus.
Yeah, I'm a victim of it. I'll admit it. I've got ADD.
TikTok has not done us well.
Yeah. Oh, dude, like I'll be sitting there and I guess like I'll be on the pot and I'll like fall asleep because it'll be like freaking late or early.
That's your endless way, bud.
Oh man, but and my wife wakes up and she's like, "What are you watching?" She said, "Turn it off. It's just the same thing on a freaking loop." I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
You must have a hard day to fall asleep on this shit, man.
Oh, dude. I mean, I work at the airport as a lineman, so you're dealing with multi-million-dollar planes.
You do what down at the airport?
I'm a lineman, so I pull planes, I push them, I fill them up, I get them all ready to go.
Sounds like an exciting job.
It's pretty interesting. It really is.
That would be something I could do until it got boring. I'd be like,
Yeah. Usually you're busy, like, because you do other things, like you'll take fuel samples of the jet truck or the avgas truck, and you'll do stuff like that. Jet fuel is, I'll tell you this, here's the secret, it's just straight kerosene. So
sound like it was a big secret.
yeah. But cool thing happened the other day. The Rams owner got to see his plane. He came in at the we call it the FBO. It's the other private, not really private, but like smaller airport next to the regional. But yeah, he came in, so his plane's sitting there.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. So, are you I guess since you're from that Lubbock area, you a Tech fan?
I'm actually not. I mean, I go to Tech games because it's fun to tailgate.
Yeah, it's fun to throw tortillas.
I'm actually an Aggie.
Okay, well, as long as you're not a Tech, dude, Tech fans, I mean, I know people are hearing this from Lubbock, and I'm sorry, but Tech fans are pretty crazy.
But he should go to a Texas Tech tailgate. You don't even want to go in the game much.
Oh, dude, I've been to Jones. Dude, I've been on Jones AT&T Stadium. Jones AT&T Field. So right after they played Oklahoma State, we went to Spanky's that next morning. Oh my gosh, dude. Woo, they are. But anyways.
It's the first date place I ever took my girlfriend now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Spanky's. Because she's from Arizona.
Oh.
So she came down here, and I like eating those from these cheesesteaks, like eating nuts like this over there.
So did you meet her like online or what?
Yes, yeah, online. She's my online girlfriend for a little bit.
I'll tell you, my wife is my Tinderella. Yeah, I call her that all the time, old Tinderella. But anyways, so we go to Spanky's and we were eating everything. Well, me and Zach are like, we tell my wife and my mom, we're like, we're gonna go get on the field. We're gonna go look at the field. And they're like, crazy, you're not gonna be able to. So we drive up to the stadium, and I tell everybody, all you got to do is find one gate open, and another gate will lead to it. So we find one gate, and we keep finding another gate, and we're just walking through here. Well, next thing I know, dude, we're in the freaking away visitor tunnel, and the locker room. It was unlocked, kind of, but it was still locked. Like it wasn't dead bolted.
Yeah.
So you could look inside just a little bit, but it's dark from the tunnel. So we walked down the ramp in the tunnel and just into the freaking just like out of the end zone. And I'm like, whoa. It was really neat standing for the 50. But
oh yeah, I mean, I've never been on a field, but I'm sure looking up at it, I'm sure it's just insane.
Yeah, and I tell you what's crazy is this new Big 12 schedule.
I've been looking at that, and I don't. Lubbock is playing Tarleton. So Texas Tech is playing Tarleton.
I saw that. Well, Tarleton's D1 now.
I know it was like I saw this game, but I was like, that's confusing.
That's the two big party schools in Texas playing against each other.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, to me, Stephenville is just like where it was smaller, like where I'm from, Shovelwater. So to me, I feel like Tarleton's. I know they're a D1 school and everything,
right?
But I just feel like it's like a high school playing a college game.
I don't.
That's how I see it.
Well, that's the thing. I don't see how they're D1 because Stephenville is tiny. I mean, their high school's only what 4A. No, they jumped up to 5A this year, but it's just like how because Granbury. I mean, Granbury's not much. I mean, I think it's bigger than Stephenville, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so actually too.
Because there's a lot more. I guess you got the square and you got the businesses too.
Yeah, I just don't see how that they even thought of that. They're like, oh, Stephenville, we can play Stephenville. Like, no.
No, Joey. No.
If it lines up, it lines up. I mean, if it makes sense to somebody, I guess it'll make sense to us at some point.
Yeah, no, Joey, you cannot play Tarleton. But so I went to.
We just need practice.
Yeah, I went to. Was the game that what's his name? Oh, Morton from Eastland. His first start. I went to that game when they played at Stillwater.
Yeah.
And dude, we sat right next to the friggin' Tech band and Tech fans and
the going band from Raiderland.
Oh yeah. And the tortillas were flying, let me tell you. Even on the road. I was like, really? But Iowa State fans are a lot worse, but that's another story.
Actually, that's that Raiderland thing. That song Mexican Standard actually because it's about transporting cocaine.
Right.
Upload it. So
little booger sugar.
Yeah. It's about transporting. I got a line in it. I know the back roads like the back of my hand. I can't even remember it without playing it. I know the back roads like the back of my hand. Why can't I need my guitar in my hand? Hold on. I don't know where to go. Okay, I know the roads down here like the back of my hand. From McKinney over to Del Rio, up to Arizona, and then to Raiderland. The college kids pay $100 a gram. I don't know. I said that to remind me of that line.
Dude,
I can't remember it off the top of my head.
I'm just picturing that album cover or a shirt. It would be like awesome. Like I could just see it like on a shirt, you know, just like or a sticker, like the single cover, you know.
Yeah.
That'd be dope. Literally.
That's actually, I think, going to be the first one I put out. Mexican Snowbird this year.
Mexican Snowbird.
Mm-hmm.
Cinnamon.
You know Mexican Wind by Ryan Wilcox, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of my spin off of that song. It's not really that song, but it's like my version of it.
That's like when Rich O'Toole said that Zach Bryan was using his music.
Saw that. I was like, what the hell? But then I did listen to it. That intro guitar is spot on.
Yeah, Zach's pretty awesome.
Did that quote or say something about it?
He posted a video. Where did he post the video? I think it was on Twitter where he was driving down the road playing that Rich O'Toole song. I was like,
They done with Rich O'Toole.
oh yeah.
Yeah, Armadillo.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that was he's a good dude.
He seems like he'd be.
But yeah, Rich O'Toole, he's pretty good dude.
They were talking about. I was talking about the stockyards. I was listening to an interview with the owner of PRs, and they were talking about like all the people that have come through there. Like they said, Rip and Casey from Yellowstone came through there. Who else? They said Stoney came through there, and I was just thinking, I was like, they came to PRs of all places.
You know what the PR stand for, right?
Pete and
Public relations.
See, that's what people think. I found out the real one, the real meaning.
Oh, that's not the real one. That's what I've always heard. So what is it?
It's the names of the original owners. It's Pete and Ralph or something. Like it's their last names or something. I can't remember, but yeah, they said it's nothing really special.
Oh, well, I guess some people just change it to public relations because that's like the single bar in stockyards.
Oh, definitely it is.
That's what I've heard. But I feel like all the stockyards is the single bar.
So you were talking about Casey Donahue, you know, one time I was at Filthy's and I had a couple of wild-ass Indians. And by the way, if you haven't had a wild-ass Indian, go to Cadillac's Cantina. Best drink you'll ever have in the stockyards. But, huh?
I'll have to try that.
Oh, dude. You get a cup. They let you take the cup. So you know it's, like, amazing. They give you the, like, it's in a plastic cup that you get to take home. And it's just like, hell yeah. But
they just have a stack of them at the end of the night.
Oh, dude, they do. Like, there's people that are walking around with, like, big-ass stacks of them. Because they're like, I think what is it? Is it $6 a drink? I can't remember. But anyways, so I'm sitting there, and somebody wanted me to come meet them at PR. Said they were at PRs. So I start walking from Filthy's in my drunken state, and I walk up, and I don't know where the heck I am, and I look up, and I think I'm lost, and then I look over to the left, and there's the sign that says PRs, and I'm like, what the heck? Well, so I'm walking in the back entrance, and there's the bouncer right here, and he's like, He's like, $5. So I'm like, okay, well, I reach in my wallet and and I'm like, I don't have $5. And I tell him, I'm like, oh, never mind, I can't get in. Well, I turn around and dude, I don't know what the heck happened, but like something magical happened. And I reach back in my wallet and there's a $5 bill in there. And I'm like, where did this come from? Like, yeah. But that's the end of the story. But you know how he's like, if you feel like you're lost, then you're probably at PRs. And yeah, I was at PRs.
So I got a story about PRs too. We went. Me and my brother and a couple friends went down for my brother's bachelorette party.
Mm-hmm.
We were all drunk and just wandering around. We ended up at PRs. Already just shit-faced. It was packed. My brother ended up having a temper, and this guy kept bumping into him. This short dude. My brother's like 6'1".
Mm-hmm.
And but he kept bumping into him, and then my brother's like started to push him, and started to get like bad, exchanging words, and I was like, so you know how that bar in PRs is in the middle, and then on like the north side of it, there's like a step up kind of thing.
Yeah. So
I was on top of that, looking down at him. I just like, I had the cowboy hat on, pulled it off, and I just set my cowboy hat on the ground, and that guy had his back to me. So I was about to jump off that thing and just fly and Superman punch him in the back of the head.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as I took off like 3 steps into a sprint, I yanked back. And I'm like, what the fuck? I look back, just stopped you on top. I'm holding my arm, and he just shook his head no. He grabbed my hand first, and he said, yes, you can. And then he escorted me out of the bar, and I had to sit in the alley.
Dang.
Cool down.
Dang, that's crazy. Have you been to Rhinestone yet?
Yes, I have played Rhinestone.
Oh, you have played Rhinestone? Rhinestone's a cool little place.
Yeah, I've played there. I guess only one. I've been offered to come play there a couple of times, but it just haven't been right to go down there.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But yes, I have played it.
Yeah, Rhinestone's a cool little place down there. I'm glad to see it start to get back, where it was.
Yeah, I've played there. I played Rhinestone. I played Darcy Armadillo, the Filter McNasties, and then White Elephant.
Oh, yeah.
Just by luck, I was there. Someone was playing. I forgot. It was some lady. And then she was taking a break, and I was like, yeah, I'll play. And she's like, well, I'm on my break. You can play. She's like, go ahead, take it. I'll play for a while. It's like 30 minutes or so.
Wow. Get your foot in the door.
Yeah. I think Fort Worth is one of my favorite. It's my favorite place to go play, really. Just anywhere down there in Stockyards.
Yeah, I'm really, really intrigued to see see this new riot room.
Oh, we had a riot room?
Yeah, dude, so the crazy thing was, I was down by it and I didn't even realize it until I got back to the hotel and I saw that tweet. And I was like, I was just by this sumbitch.
I didn't even see it.
Yeah, I didn't even see it because I was on Fox and I was like, well, fuck.
I'll probably wait a year or so, probably a year before I go, so I don't have to wait in the line.
Oh, definitely, dude. But they're supposed to be doing live music, so.
Well, that'd be cool to get in there.
Oh, dude, it'd be awesome.
Like I said, this year, I'm taking a break from music for a little bit now. This year, I'm getting back into it, so I'll be coming around that way a lot more. I'm actually trying to work on getting some names for Rednecks with Paychecks.
Oh, yeah.
So, regardless, I'll be there in September, but I want to play it. So that's that's my goal this year, is Rednecks with Paychecks.
Right. The guy from there's a band. They're in a band out of Hilton, Oklahoma. Arbuckle Express. They I think they do the sound for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because they were talking to Zach at one point about Zach playing it.
Well, if Zach plays it, I think he's an opener. Let me know, man. I mean, I always try to set myself a goal for like the end of the year, like I want to play this or something, you know.
Right.
And then last year, I set a goal for like playing Philippine Nasties,
Mm-hmm.
and then I ended up playing Philippine Nasties, Blue Light, you know, all the places that I had on my bucket list for the next few years. And I was like, well, shit, now I gotta find something else.
Right. There's that new place.
Get me in there, that'd be great.
Yeah. I don't know if they still do the sound or not for it, but if I remember right, they used to do the sound for it because it's just in St. Joe.
Yeah. So, but regardless, I'll be there in September. So anyone that's going can find me.
I was about to say there's another place in St. Joe, Red River Station Barbecue. That's a big one.
Oh,
Big
really?
one. Yeah.
I'll check that out too.
They put out some big shows.
Yeah. See, this year might be a little more difficult for me to get out and play because I'm not going to do it for Blitzing Nation this year. I'm going to do it all on my own.
Who was booking for you?
I had Seventh Planet booking for me.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and then also Red Nerd Media too.
Okay. Did you like Southern Planet?
I did. Yeah, no, man, I had no complaints about Southern Planet.
Is
that great for smaller artists starting out?
Is that Melissa? Crap, what is her last name?
No, Kelly Pierce.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Zach and Ox were talking about Kelly.
Yeah, there's. I know Ox is still with. From what I know, Ox is still with them, and I just kind of, like I said, I phased it out for music for a little bit, so I haven't really been in contact. But this year, I want to do it all on my own because 10% adds up every show.
Oh, definitely, dude.
So
I told them when they were telling me about her because there was the sound guy at Rhinestone, Jody. He was talking about he did a show, did sound for Ghost Dance Band.
when I lived in Waco, me and Cody became really good friends. Cody Dolan, the singer.
Dude, I had Cody and Weston on here. That was hilarious.
So yeah, when I lived in Waco, me and Cody worked together at the backyard.
Oh, okay.
And that's how we got in contact. I guess we got together, and I did shows with them. I did a couple shows with them.
Them guys are badass.
Yeah, that black dirt.
Yeah.
I love that. That Texas black dirt.
Friggin' Weston was talking about he was going to start OnlyFans and he was just going to only have his top hat on or some shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? They were telling me that they have a Pornhub account set up for their music. And I was like, what? And they said, yeah. And they said we've only put one song on there, but we haven't put anything else on there yet. And I was like, y'all guys are crazy. And Weston was like, yeah, I'm thinking about starting an OnlyFans. Just me playing bass with nothing but my top hat on.
Oh god, that's crazy, man.
Oh man, dude, they're funny though.
That is one thing that I love about this industry is I've met a bunch of amazing guys that I could call anytime and just bullshit with.
Right. So you know Hayden Lewis too, then?
You what?
You know Hayden Lewis.
I do know Hayden.
I was just like, he's from that Lubbock area. Yeah, Hayden's pretty cool.
Yeah, he does recordings over there, actually, where I recorded too.
Okay.
Yeah, he's running with all them guys too.
Yeah. Who else do I know from? I'm trying to think who else I can think of that I know from the Lubbock area.
Well, I know I'm really good friends with like Sam Canty from Radio Revival.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm good buddies with him. He I haven't talked to him a little bit, but he used to call me like just to bullshit.
There's a guy out there. His name's Ethan Gonzalez, but his stage name is Marty McRae, I think.
I think I know Ethan.
Yeah, he did huh?
Yeah, I know Ethan.
Yeah, he's telling me about his NIL deal he had with Taj Brooks. I was like, that's awesome.
What is it?
So he did a NIL deal with Taj Brooks, to promote his single.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, he did like a photo shoot, and then he did they put out a commercial that would play on the local channels during the Raider game. I was like, that's awesome.
Man, people come up with so many crazy ways of promoting their stuff.
Oh yeah.
I need to get better about social media posting and everything. I'm just gonna get better at it.
Well, that's like I was talking to Taylor Branch from Taylor Branch and Lone Star Ramblers. Yeah. Well, before he did that, trying to get Lone Star to sponsor him, and what did he tell me? That they were going to, and something fell through or something.
They lost contact with someone else.
Yeah, so now he's back doing that, but he said, I've learned about these algorithms and all this stuff. That dude, he's every day, it's a new freaking TikTok. I'm like, yep.
He's on day like 28 now.
Yeah.
That's some, he wants it. He wants it bad.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he'll get it. He'll get it. They deserve that.
Oh, definitely. The one that cracked me up was when they did like the old style commercial when it's the grandpa like they're sitting in the house.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. Taylor was a cool dude to talk to. I had Rob Brooks on here. He was awesome.
Yeah, I've met Rob a couple times. He's a good dude.
Him and old Garrett, his drummer. They were actually on their way back to Weatherford, and I did it while they were in the car. That was really cool.
Well, I'm honored that you have me on here, man.
No problem. So, where can people go find your music at?
It's on iTunes, Spotify, any streaming service. I even got the sound on TikTok for Goodbye. So. Hell, YouTube too.
Where can they find you? Where can these fans reach out to you?
Facebook. It's the Kalum Patterson Band on Facebook, and I'm the one that runs it. So you'll be directly talking to me, and that's where I'll be posting our new music coming out, and I'm actually working on some new merch and stuff too. We sold out of our last deal of merch super fast.
Hell yeah!
So it'll be coming back out.
If you get a bunch of pictures from women, it's not from me. It's not because of me that are hitting you up. Don't blame me, because I'm not the one that said where it was. But yeah, just a heads up.
Bring it on.
Round 2. Oh goodness.
Yeah, that's where I said you'll look out for new music. We're excited about these new songs we got coming out. And this new year, 2023, we're gonna be hitting it pretty hard. We got time to make up.
So would you say that is your big? So I didn't even ask you this. Who do you got in your? So do you got a band now?
Yes, I've got. So my last band, they went and they did their own thing. They're doing great. You check them out. A couple of guys from Alabama started a new band called the Stray Sons.
No shit, really?
Yeah.
Dude, they want to be on They want to be on here.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing good. So go check them out. But we had to split ways. They were in Amarillo. I was in Lubbock. Kind of hard to do practices and all that.
Right.
So we did our thing. We got as far as I guess we needed to. But now to continue with some guys from Lubbock. I got a guy named Alan Anderson. He's going to be playing drums. I got a guy named Cole Stanley. He's the lead guitar for Mason and the Gin Line. And so we're working with me on some stuff, and then another guy named Stubby is going to play on the bass.
Did you say Stubby or Scooby?
Stubby.
Dude, that is such a bass player's name right there. Stubby.
He's a bass player, man.
Heck yeah.
He can
slap at the bass?
He can slap at the bass.
Dude, I remember, what was that movie? It was the one with Paul Rudd.
Yeah, it's
I Love You, Man. That's the name of it.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's like, I slap at the bass. He's like, the best bands only have one syllable because he's talking about Rush. And I was like, what the heck? He's like, Tom Sawyer goes hard. I'm like, oh my gosh. Goodness. Well, man, I want to thank you for coming on today. And happy late birthday once again. And
appreciate it, man.
Congrats.
We're around the whole Lubbock area, or I'll let you know when I'm back around Fort Worth or Wichita Falls, and we'll meet up and get some beers.
Oh, yeah, sounds good, man. Congrats on the little one.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Well, stay warm out there because it's getting a little frosty here. So,
yeah, like I said, I got that fire going. I'm trying to keep it at the house.
Hell yeah, gotta keep it stoked.
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy.
Man, I appreciate it.
No problem. Bye. Have you heard of the new company right here in Wichita Falls called What's Up 940? They'll show you the latest deals and steals and the hottest events right here in the Falls. Just go follow them on all social medias at What's Up 940. We want to send a special shout out to Mr. Kalum Patterson for coming on to the show of the Kalum Patterson Band. Make sure you go check out his single Goodbye on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your music. Go check him out. And folks, go get those 4-day pass general admission tickets for $199. Because once they're gone at that price, they're gone forever. So make sure you go get them. You can get them on sale right now at Highway HWY30TX.com/tickets. And that's going to be October 19th through the 22nd, once again at Texas Motor Speedway. I'm pumped. I know you're pumped. And I hope I'll see you all out there in October. But for now, we want to thank y'all for listening. And hope y'all are staying warm on this chilly. I'll tell you, it's chilly here in Wichita Falls. I think it's right now, while I'm recording, it's 28 and the snow's falling. So, yeah. But with that being said, I think it's time that we end a good episode of Pro Time. See ya.